and welcome back to the channel. This one probably a slightly shorter video, I'm hoping, famous last words. I want to recondition the seat. So the actual frame and mechanisms, everything underneath, this is all in really good nick, I think. We've got the springs, we've got a full set of actual sort of seat springs. The mechanism at this end, the locking mechanism, all works fine. So what I'm hoping is I can just take off this old seat cover, which is these kind of bendy clips all the way around. Take off the old seat cover, which is really battered. That's not going to be reusable. It's kind of collapsed and lost its shape everywhere. But buying a new seat cover wasn't particularly expensive, so I've got a seat cover to replace it, get this old one off. I'm then going to give a bit of a tidy up, certainly a lick of paint, you know, a sort of black matte paint over it all, just to make it look a bit prettier, and then put the new cover on. So hopefully not too big a job and a shorter sort of standalone video. Let's see, shall we? Right, first job, need to get this old cover off. So there's two nuts there that need to come off, which kind of hold the strap, and then I think it's just a case of unbending all of these clips all the way around and it should come off. Right, that all went to plan. Yeah, that seat cover definitely no good. It's lost a lot of its integrity around various places, split and so on. So that's a dead one. But on the out of the way, on the plus side, the seat itself looks in really good nick. All the springs are present. Everything's kind of still springy. So I think I can give a little light sanding just to get all the crap off, give it a good clean, and then just a lick of direct to metal paint, and that'll be good to go. So one thing I've noticed immediately, which is an easy fix, these kind of hooks that the springs go onto, they're all basically facing down, so it's smooth over the top, and the same goes this middle section here, they're all facing down, smooth over the top. But then at the back here, somebody's obviously done some work and you've got the sharper bits pointing up. So I think what I'm going to do is swap all those around so that the sharp bits are pointing down. I'm going to just, this one is the only loose spring, so I'm going to just tighten each end of that and pull that a little bit tighter, and then I think those are all good to go. So let's do that first. Alright, there we go. So we've got all those hooks facing down, so there's no spike sticking up, and we've tightened up all of the springs, so they're all in position. Happy with all of that. So next job, I need to give it a good clean up, and then prep it, give it a really good wipe down, get the grease off and that, and then prep it for a quick lick of paint. I will have to, this little knob on the end here has come loose, so I might put a little Jubilee clip around that to hold it in place. I need to mask this section off because that's the mechanism for locking the seat down, so that's easy enough to do. Right, let's get it cleaned. Right, we're cleaned, we're degreased. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to give it a quick lick in the right places with some Hammerite rust converter just to kind of future-proof it. And when that's dry, we'll be in a position to put a quick rattle can over the top to tidy it up. Right, there we go, that will do for today. So that can dry out convert that rust, and then a quick lick of paint. Okay, so that's come out really well. And then the bit you're going to see is kind of that bit there. Looks really tidy, so I'm pleased with that. So what I've done, I've had the new seat cover itself has been sitting in the greenhouse, and believe it or not, in the sun. Who knew that was a thing? So I'm hoping that might have softened it up a little bit to help me get it over, because I have read a few horror stories about how difficult it is to get a new cover over an old frame. So we're going to give it a go, see what happens. Right, one thing I'd like to try and do, but I don't know whether I will, is inside the seat cover I'm going to fit an extra little layer of padding. This might be risking it a bit too much because I know it's going to be a tight fit, but we'll have a go. If I can't do it, I'll take the padding out. So first job is to try and cut an area of that which is going to fit exactly inside there. So we'll try and get that done first. Right, we'll try and see if that will go on or not. So the first point is that I think I'm going to have to cut away the padding at the top end there to allow that to go right into the corner. So that's the first thing. As I suspected, this is going to be a very, very tight fit. So what I think I'm going to do to help is I'm going to put a zip tie around this, which will pull that top bit in a little bit to allow me a little bit more room to manoeuvre. So I'll do that. So I'll put a zip tie and pull that end piece in, see if that helps. I think that could be a bridge too far. Right, 30 minutes later, I think we've now got the frame in. Wasn't going to be able to do it with the extra foam in, so I'm just going to have to forget about that. I've got the main bar below where the beading goes at the front. These tags are all going to line up. I can pull those into position and they'll line up with the frame on both sides. The centre, the seam is in the centre there, and when I pull these bits in, it will give enough room at the back for the kind of catch release for the seat to work properly. So I think that's all tickety boo. I'm going to call time there because it's getting late. So I think tomorrow will be battening down the hatches, putting the strap on, and then mounting it in the scooter. Lovely jubbly. Right, next day, and we now want to get this seat cover actually attached to the frame. We've got it pushed in as far as it needs to go, so that's all good. And we're in a position where each of these kind of studs lines up with the frame, so I think I just need to go all the way around, pull the sort of seat cover into position and wrap these tabs around. There we go, all buttoned up all the way around. Looks good. It's getting the right shape now as well. So I now need to sort out about doing the buckle and the strap, so I'll have a little look at that next. Right, so I've got one side of the strap done, so I'm just going to do the other side now. So this was my batting order. First job, I need to know where the hole's going to come out, so I just used a nail to kind of punch through, which is going to give me so that gives me the right spot to do my drilling. Then I just carefully drill through that hole. Which then just about gives me enough room to screw that into the frame. Sorted. So what I think I'm going to do is just move that back slightly so it lies a little bit flatter, kind of there. So I just need to angle those two bits. There. Awesome. And now there's just about enough thread showing through. If I do that a bit. There's an extra bit of safety. I'm just going to pop a nut on the inside of each of those. Excellent, looks good. So now we need to put that onto the scooter. Okay, so we're ready to mount the seat. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to put these little plastic washers kind of under the seat, underneath there, onto there. I've done the same at the other end on the latch, so it will reduce the vibration, and it's going to keep the both the seat and the latch at the same height. So we need to get a bit fiddly. So that's another job done. Looking more and more like a scooter every time. So if you've enjoyed this, please give me a like and a subscribe, and I'll see you in the next episode.